All right, guys. So in Discord on the Educations channel, I posted up a strategy. Again, this is not proprietary to myself. Strategies like this have been around for, since trading technical analysis on the computer screen has been, going on. So what we're looking at here is the 1 minute time frame. I want to explain how we're going to set this chart up. I've already got it kind of pre-marked out. That way you guys can see exactly what's going on, and I'm not wasting too much time just putting lines on the chart. So what we're looking at is previous day high. Okay, so previous day high is going to be the dotted line at the top. We're also looking at previous day low. Okay, this gray box here is your 15-minute ORB. Okay, so however you want to mark it out, whether you want to watch 15 individual 1 minute candles, you want to watch the 15-minute candle, you want to watch 5 minute candles, it doesn't really matter what you want to watch to mark it out, but you want to make sure that your 15-minute ORB is marked out. Now, in this video, again, I want to make something very, very clear. Entries and technical analysis is not perfect. It's not concrete, okay? There's a little bit of creativity that needs to come involved. There's a little bit of kind of allowing things to play out. Remember, just because you have a certain level at an exact price does not necessarily mean that that price needs to get tagged and then you're just jumping in, right? A lot of times you need to see price action break. It's going to bend through. It's going to wick above. You don't want to get trapped out. What I'm trying to teach you guys, and what I want you guys to really focus on, is that you don't need to have the perfect entry to make money. But what you need to do is have enough patience to see things through and be in the vicinity of where the market is going. Okay, especially if you're a scalper, especially if you're trading futures. This works for trading futures, trading equities, options, doesn't really matter what you're trading. In this particular example, we're using the NQ. If you guys trade futures, Apex is 90% off. You guys can go get some evaluations. You guys can use my discount code DAnthony. You're going to save 90% off. That link is down in the description box below. So let's get into the actual strategy. What we want to see, there's a few rules that we're going to make sure that we're focusing on, okay? The previous day high and the previous day low, we want to stay in line with that, and we're going to use that as targets. Okay, so if we are breaking to the upside, we're breaking out of the 15-minute ORB, we're going to use that as a gravitational pull area where potentially price can squeeze up into or drop down into. Okay, if we are over the previous day high, then we're going to have an overall more bullish context. So for example, let's say we gap over the previous day high. We're going to use those levels the same way we use the ORB. We're going to be long biased. We're going to look for the break and retest. Okay. If we're trading and we're opening up below the previous day low, what we're doing is we're going to be a little bit more sell-sided bias. We're going to wait for the break and retest, and then we're going to look for the continuation down. Now, I like to use the 1 minute chart for this particular strategy because it kind of plays out a bigger roadmap, and we can kind of exactly see where are we just sweeping and where are we actually holding higher highs and where are we holding lower lows. Okay, so if you look at this, for example, I'm gonna make some notations on the screen. I'll be able to draw on the screen. So what I'm going to show you guys is if this here is your 15-minute high right here, and this here is your 15-minute low. Okay, now we are above the previous day. Okay, we're above that previous day low price. So we're going to lean a little bit more into the bullish side of things. Now, if we were to lose this price here, we're going to want to be a little bit more sell-sided bias. Now, what we are looking for is we are looking for a break and retest. Okay, but where people get confused, especially on the ORBs, is a lot of times people will say, okay, well, if this is our high and we broke it here, they automatically just jump in long. Okay, you just jump in long, and look at what happens literally on the next 5 minute, on the next 1 minute candle. It pulls all the way back to the 15-minute ORB low. In this particular case, if you were not patient enough and you're not disciplined enough to see some more structure kind of play out, then this is just a big fat loss, and you go and you start talking to people on Discord and talking to people on social media, on Twitter, and telling your neighbors that, hey, you know what, the 15-minute ORB sucks, it doesn't work. Okay. Now, am I saying that the 15-minute ORB works every single day if you trade it this way? Absolutely not, right? You're going to take some losses along the way, but at least it gives you a structure. At least it gives you a little bit of a plan where you can come into the market and you can trade a specific way each and every single day with a pretty defined level of risk and a pretty defined level of entries and exits. Okay. So what we're actually looking for here, and I want to make a little bit of a point, because some people are going to look at this ORB low break and they're going to say, well, why did we not take it short? Okay. In this strategy, what you need to see happen is you need to see the opening range level get broken, and then you need to see the retest. And when you see the retest, you want to actually see it hold, and in this case, stay rejected and start working its way back down. In this particular sweep of the ORB low, look at how close we were to that previous day level. Okay. So if you look at that previous day level, it was right here. Not only did we sweep through that ORB, but essentially we put in a nice wick off of that previous day level. That is absolutely bullish. Okay. In this particular situation, I would not want to be on the side of a trade where I'm trying to capture a very quick scalp just because we broke the ORB to the downside, when in fact we're in bullish context. Okay. Now, whether you believe that the market is going to continue to go higher, whether you want to short this down to zero, it's none of my concern. We're going to follow the technicals, okay? Holding up here and then actually reclaiming that 15-minute ORB level without any serious rejection and push back down is telling us that buyers are comfortable stepping in here and pushing this back up. Now, here's your first break of the 15-minute ORB high. It's right here, okay? This sets up your trigger. This sets up where you need to start looking at potentially taking this trade long. It doesn't mean that we want to start buying here and start trying to get, price action that's going to shoot to the moon from here. This is just a trigger. And when we're looking at triggers, we want to make sure that that opening range break gets broken. We want to see some type of pullback. And what we actually want to see is a momentum push through where a candle is actually closing through with some volume, closing through with some authority. So we get a sweep here, but there's no real close outside that range with authority. Okay. We don't actually get that until right here. Okay. And if you look at this candle, and again, this is Friday's price action. So if you want to go back and back test this, 7:46 in the morning Pacific Standard Time, we actually get that breakthrough with some momentum, with some power, with some strength, right? It's a pretty decent size 1-minute candle compared to the previous candles. And what you're looking for here is now you're looking for that retest. So now that we've officially have that 15-minute opening range set, we know that we're in bullish context because we're trading over that previous day's level. We've already tried to sweep to the downside, that previous day level hold. We kind of came up to the top of the range here and we've pulled back inside the middle of the range. So a lot of consolidation, a lot of choppiness is what traders like to say. And here's a rule of thumb here. If you're trading inside that 15-minute ORB, generally you want to stay away from it. Okay. This is where traders tend to get chopped up. They try to go long here, they get stopped out. They try to go short here, they get stopped out. They try to go long again, they get stopped out. They finally go short here, they get stopped out. So again, inside the gray box in my charts, it's just gray. You can make it whatever color you want. You don't even have to make a box. You can just put two individual lines. But if we're inside this range, I don't want any part of this price action. There's no real trend setting up. There's no real momentum. There's no nothing yet. So in this particular case, what we're looking at here from Friday's price action, we finally at 7:46 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we finally get that break outside of the 15-minute ORB. Now, this is where patience is going to come in and it's going to start to pay dividends later on in your trading career. Average traders, the newer traders, experience a lot of FOMO. Okay, you experience a lot of you're missing the move, or you're not going to capture the move. It's going to leave you behind because you're so impatient. You need to actually wait. This is an hour and 15 minutes after the opening bell and we still have not taken a trade. How many of you can realistically do that? Now, again, I've been trading for 13 years. Not every single day is a perfect trading opportunity. Not every single day you're going to catch a move in the first 5 minutes. Not every single day are you going to find 4, 5, 6 different setups. Okay. So sometimes you have to be a little bit more patient. So now that we finally got our good entry trigger, okay, by breaking that 15-minute ORB to the high side, we know that we're in bullish context. We're finally getting that momentum closure outside that 15-minute ORB. Now we're going to start looking for that entry. And what we're looking for on that entry is the pullback into the high or into that vicinity of that ORB high. Okay, so since we've broken out to the long side, we need to find that pullback. We need to find that stalling out process where price action starts to pull back and you see the buyers automatically step in to push this higher. And that doesn't really come until right here. Okay, that doesn't really come until right about here. Okay, now if you go back to the beginning of this video, you where I was kind of mentioning, you're not going to find the picture perfect entry. And the problem that a lot of traders have is they want a specific level to get broken, a specific price. So for example, I'll just, use a price from Friday. You want 27,080 and that's your entry. If it fails, it fails. If it wins, it wins. And trading's not really that way. You've got to give yourself some wiggle room. You've got to give yourself some structure to play with. You've got to sit in a trade sometimes longer than 10, 15 seconds. Now, don't get me wrong. Have I got into trades and it shoots up 15, 20 points in the first minute? Absolutely. But that's not an everyday, every trade occurrence. Sometimes you're sitting in trades for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Sometimes you're holding runners. Sometimes you're giving your stop loss room to work because of the volatility, because of the average true range on that particular day. Okay. So we're starting to look for our entry right here. And what are some of the key determining factors, the key determining points as to why and what we're looking for at this particular time to get our entry filled is that we've broken over the ORB. So we're bullish. We've held the sweep, which tried to reject that opening range break, but did not. It failed. So we are completely long-sided bias. Now that we finally have broken out of the 15-minute ORB with some momentum, where we actually get some body on that candle to close outside that ORB break, we're looking for that pullback. Okay, so here's your first initial pullback. Not good enough. Why? Because this first initial pullback closes back inside the range. I don't want to get long if we're back inside the range. Why? Because God forbid I get long. Okay, I tell myself, well, we've broken out of the 15-minute ORB. We're pulling back. I get long here, and then this continues to just fade back to the bottom of the range. Okay. Now, how are you going to know when it's the right time? How are you going to know that your move's not going to work out or it is going to work out? You don't. You never really know. But there's some things you can do to give you the best potential opportunity. And that's not getting long just because we finally have broken out of the ORB. If we're closing back inside the range, that's not the strongest time to take a long entry. So we're still waiting, right? Again, remember, patience is going to pay. So we're still long-sided bias. We're still looking for that entry. We've pulled back, but however, we start to now break above the ORB yet again. And when we break out this time, now we finally get that little pullback that holds the ORB high. So this is your break and retest of that ORB high. It's also setting up a little bit of a higher low. So if we have a high here, we've pulled back. Now we've start to reclaim that ORB break to the upside. And here's that pullback that holds that whole level to the top side and stalls. Now we have put in from the previous low in this structure, we have put in a higher low. that is bullish. So we want to start to take entry somewhere in here, okay? Somewhere in here. And again, depending on what type of trader that you are, whether you're a scalper, well, then you're just going to basically sit in this as long as we don't get a candle to close back inside the range. If we close back down inside the range, you admit that you're wrong, the trade setup failed, you get out of the trade. If we hold it, you just continue to hold it. This could have potentially turned into a hold that, essentially kind of just grinded up through lunch and coming out of lunch. If you're a scalper, well, then you just kind of hold this trade until you make sufficient amount of money based on your risk to reward or however you want to trade it. In this particular case, if you were looking to get in here somewhere on this retest, let's say, for example, entry price 27,263, your stop loss is probably going to be about 10 to 15, 10 to 20 points down below any closure back inside this range. If you're looking for a one-to-one, well, then when you get 15, 20 points, you just get out of this trade and you would have sold on this run up here. If you're a little bit more of a trend trader, well, then you tell yourself this: every one-to-one that I get, I'm going to scale out. So if you're trading 5 contracts, you scale out one at one-to-one, you scale out a little bit more, you give them a little bit more every time you continue to push, and you essentially just ride this to the upside. So remember, some of the rules in this strategy: if you are trading over the previous day high, you are bullish biased. If you are trading below the previous day low, you are bearish biased. If you break through and you're trading in between previous day high, in between previous day low, treat it a little bit more as a scalp, treat it a little bit more as momentum. Look to the previous day high or previous day low as your supports, as your targets, and wait for the breakout and wait for the pullback. Okay. Here's a breakdown. Here's the pullback. However, it doesn't hold. It stays inside the range, in fact, right? So there's no short here. We tagged that previous day level, okay? We held it. Pretty strong momentum here. There's no reason, there's no telling us that we should be getting short just because we broke the ORB. A lot of times traders will take this ORB short. They will get trapped and they'll say, well, what happened? We broke the 15-minute ORB low. Yeah, but you basically got wicked in to a very, very nice trap that was set because you're not patient enough to see some structure, right? See some structure. Guys, sometimes it only takes 1 or 2 trades and that can make your whole week. So I hope you guys kind of took something away from this. Again, if you guys want to read the breakdown on how to actually trade this, it's in the Discord, it's in the educations channel. You guys can definitely go in there and find it. Also, leave me a thumbs up on this video. And also, if you guys need those Apex evaluations, use discount code DAnthony. I will see all of you guys on the next video.